I don't know. Just full stop. Boop, 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 stop.
Stop.
All right. This is normally where we do have feedback from the other shows that we've done, but I was right up against it before production time, and I didn't have a chance to look at feedback. So, was there any, Albie? You're better at
Feedback
that than me.
Palooza next time. I think we got a comment from Cadet Listen Linda, and we appreciate that. It was about the new thoughts on the new Strange New Worlds trailer.
Oh, okay.
You want to talk about that now or later? That's up to
you. I mean, we can talk about that after the break. We can talk about Strange New Worlds. You know what I think? I think Strange New Worlds, though, people are into it. You think it'd be better to discuss it up top?
Yeah, we can do that. Let me play it.
Let's play it.
Get this going.
And then we'll talk about Where No Man Has Gone Before, and I'll let you know why it was my favorite episode and remains one of my favorite episodes, if not my favorite of all time. It has a lot more competition now than it did when it was just 79 episodes. I'm including all of Star Trek in that.
Strange New World.
Let's see. When the Strange New World. When the Strange New World.
Now I'm going to rewind it. Now I'm going to share it.
Season 3 trailer. Oh, I was just going to watch it on my YouTube over here on my phone.
Oh, I'm gonna do it all kinds of cool and stuff.
Wow, you're a groovy lad. Are they going to kick us off the YouTubes for this, or are you allowed to play trailers on YouTube?
We've already been bumped a couple times, so.
But I mean, people are always doing trailer breakdowns.
But if we're commenting on it, it's totally legit.
Is that legit? Too legit to quit? All right. Is there sound and fury signifying nothing? Okay, we get the spinny wheel. Okay, like a Viewmaster.
We want to give audiences a reflection of their own world through the lens of fantasy.
What the hell is this?
Okay, yeah, I don't know. This is why when I first saw this, I thought it was a fake trailer. I thought it was like one of those AI trailers that they do for like Star Wars Now and the Jetsons. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I've followed that channel a little bit just because they like reimagine what things look like.
Yeah, and it always put it in like Panavision with a 60s sensibility and the sexiest chicks you've ever seen.
Exactly, and a little bit defying physics, but that's fine. It's cartoon.
Okay, now
I'm going to pause this as we go through, just so we can talk about it. Yeah,
all right. So
this to me looks like those exactly, but I think this was produced before that person started doing those, because all this was filmed a year ago. But it also looks a little bit like the USS Callister from Black Mirror. If you,
I've heard that. I've seen Callister. That's one of the few Black Mirrors I've seen.
They're doing a part 2 for that now with the upcoming season. So
do they have Meth Damon in it again, or
yeah, the Matt Damon alike?
Okay, and are they going to be able to get the Sophia from Penguin now, because Christian Milioti, whatever her name is, she's
a big deal now. Get anybody.
So. She's a great big deal now.
Of fantasy, science fiction.
Kirk. Why is it
70s?
See, now this is a question I have for you.
Yes.
We're gonna have so much talk about when it comes out.
I love this because this is like Saturday Night Live.
That's what I understand that they like to be goofy on Strange New Worlds.
Yeah.
And they'll lean into the camp a lot. But is this at a point where Strange New Worlds is just like literally crawling up its own ass?
I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt.
I understand, and so will I. But it's just, I see this and I'm thinking, like, how do I reconcile this?
To me, I'm thinking it's like a Captain Proton.
Yeah. But when they left off at the end of last season, right? They left off.
Yeah.
And everybody was going to get eaten by the Gorn and turned into egg sacks.
Well, that first episode is going to be just that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just all over the map, man. All over the map. But
my best theories I've heard is this is part of the holodeck things that they're doing while at their starbase.
Doesn't Ortegas look like she has Sally hair from Davy and Goliath, except it's black?
Oh, the stop motion animation.
Yeah, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that show. I don't like her with that hair as much. I like her with her own personality kind of hair thing she does.
I think the idea is to make the hair look clunky and weird.
But as soon as I saw Captain Kirk in this outfit, I was thinking, I'm going to wear this outfit at some point, but I'm going to look like Fat Elvis.
I plan to look like Fat Elvis in my Enterprise jumper, so don't worry about it.
And I think that will be the ultimate cosplay. I'll just stick with that from now on.
All right, cool.
Let's hit it.
Hit it. Right. And new adventures.
All right, okay. Right here. Wait, whoa.
We're in the rec room.
Is it the rec room from TAS?
I'm thinking from what I hear, it's at the Starbase.
But they're saying our reality has been changed. So now
Yes.
do they suddenly have holodecks?
So it's probably a mashup of two different episodes they're doing because we have Trelane. We'll see also.
Are you sure it's Trelane?
Pretty much.
All right.
much.
I don't know if it's Trelane, but let's see. Let's see. Let's see, and then we'll debate.
This
See it? I don't believe it.
the big goodbye. Up. Let's go back to Trelane. He does the Q snap, and as we know,
No,
Trelane
that was Pike doing a snap.
Let's watch it again.
That's
Not
that's-
Pike. That's the
Oh,
new
it looks-
Trelane.
I don't think it's Trelane, unless he's old Trelane.
They did facial comparisons, and the features are similar.
Eh,
And he's not a kid here because time has no meaning for the Q continuum.
but is Trelane a Q?
Yeah, according to the memory beta stuff.
No,
in the
memory
book.
beta stuff. Yeah, that's not canon.
Okay, well, it
So-
will be soon, right?
I mean, I read Peter David's book where Trelane is a Q and all that. Peter David's
Right.
perfectly fine, but I still don't buy that Trelane is a Q.
And that kind of connects to the episode we're talking about tonight. So, yeah. So we either got Q or Trelane, but people are thinking Trelane. Romance.
Good morning.
Hello.
Oh wow, Spock
So
and
this is just-
Chapel
Jess Bush, Spock and Chapel.
knocking boots.
Yep. Different hair.
Yeah, maybe this is the alternate reality that they were talking about.
Oh, and then you get your what's that alien called from the
I don't
animated
know.
series?
Arix, the
Yeah.
Arix alien, shaking 3 martinis. That's the kind of bartender I need.
Yeah, it's funny how they did it. It took me a while to understand what they're doing. They had like a third person behind them with an extra arm or something, but it's interesting.
It's like the
And then we
Twilight
get
Zone.
Patton Oswalt
Did the
as the
Venusians have the 3 arms, or the Martians have the 3 arms in the Twilight Zone? One had 3 eyes, one had 3 arms. I think the Martians had 3 arms.
I've seen it all, but
So when they were in the diner.
oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, Patton Oswalt.
All right, here we go.
Good morning.
We apologize for anybody trying to watch along with this. We just keep skipping back and skipping
And
back.
Spock is smiling. I would be too.
There you go.
There's the 3
I'm loving the
arms.
fact that Celia has incredible new hair in this.
Yeah, that looked really cool.
season.
Like she's had a fancy thing going on, a little ball.
Mm.
Patton Oswalt, love him. What do you think?
The Roses, Patton Oswalt. I mean,
Yeah.
always look forward to seeing what he's got going on.
I read one of his books. Loved it.
He's got a lot of shoulder pads.
Your host is
All right, so
Mystery.
you got to show me this. Like, this is another dumb retro looking thing.
Yes.
And what is Christina Chong wearing?
It looks like she's Dixon Hill right there.
I got to be honest with you, Christina Chong and Lon. It's my least favorite actor on the show and my least favorite character on the show. So just seeing her like this actually annoys me. Like actively annoys me. I don't know why.
First impressions, right?
With this dumb hat and this dumb pie. Anyway.
I like the fashion. As first thing I thought when I saw this was I was disappointed it wasn't in black and white because we were going for, noir in L.A., a murder mystery, which is what the rumors were. So I was thinking like a black and white noir episode. So I was like over the moon stoked for that. But this is more campy and in color and all that stuff.
I
But
mean,
I like seeing everybody in these outfits because I want the action figures.
but I mean, is this like 60s or is this 30s or 40? Like, what is this? It
I
looks
think it's
like,
supposed to be 40s. 40s
if you look
in
at
LA.
Celia, though, Celia looks sort of like 60s groovy there with the
That's
hair
true.
and the earrings.
Oh yeah, and Jess Bush is in definitely like a 70s.
All right.
fur
So
coat.
are we talking about like, is this more like an
No.
Armand Bashir kind of deal?
Might be again in the rec room probably, but disappointed, but also excited at the same time.
In the
I like
holodeck?
La'an, so. But yeah, it's just cool to see them that they do these things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then of course we got Kirk again, still more.
Yeah. We got
So
more
it might
Paul-
be the same
Paul Wesley.
episode as the sci-fi retro sci-fi thing.
It could be. Maybe they're just skipping around to different sort of genres, like this supernatural episode, changing channels.
What was that John Ritter movie? That was pretty good. Remote Control or something?
Remote. I thought that was Weird Al.
Maybe that.
No, that was UHF.
VHS. I got that on 4K Blu-ray. Not VHS. What was it?
UHF.
UHF. Yeah, I have that on
Yes.
4K Blu-ray.
UHF, where I fell in love with the Uncle Floyd show.
Oh yeah, Uncle Floyd.
one of you.
So yeah, 70s. But you know what? This is going to be great for cosplaying because it's just clothes.
I'm bad at cosplay. I got the one cosplay outfit.
You're great at it. You just cosplay the one character. You can expand. Even cosplay dad does what 2 or 3, I think. right.
Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
yeah,
by the
70s.
way, before we go any further, Tom,
Yeah.
I want to apologize for Albie comparing me to you in any way, as if I can even be mentioned in the same breath as Cosplay Dad. Please.
He's a pro. He's a pro.
Yeah.
He really goes for it.
I think we
bleaches
all
the hair, dyes the
realize
hair.
that you overstepped, and I just want to apologize to Albie for bringing the show down. Anyway,
But no matter what, this episode just looks like fun. Or the seasons, rather. The episode in particular.
yeah, they're leaning into like the more goofy stuff.
Yeah. So this looks like, who does this look like?
That's
Carl
Anson Mount.
Sagan? Huh?
That's Anson.
No, but like, who is he supposed to be? Like some author or something from back then, or
Like a Kurt Vonnegut.
something. Yeah.
Vonnegut had hair like that.
Yeah, the hair. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think I hear. Hang on a second.
You got
wanna
a photo
compare?
like that?
Look at how crazy is it that this is literally like right at my fingertips.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
You think he's going Vonnegut? They're going full Vonnegut.
Possible.
Do a side by side. Anyway.
I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I'm lucky I'm sharing the screen. All right. So it looks good.
I'm going to say that it is Vonnegut because, again, what are the odds that that book would be right there?
And a touch of analog.
It just became After Dark.
Oh yeah, we're gonna wire. You got phones in there.
It's for you.
Port thruster standing by.
You know what I love about this, and I'm excited for about season 3 of Stranger Worlds? They're just having fun. And after all that of disco,
Yeah, no,
we need fun. We need fun.
You know what? DS9 wasn't always fun, but it was still fantastic. So
It was. But it wasn't, it doesn't stress you out.
Do you realize how rare a show like
Oh, and they have Thanksgiving, it looks like.
All right, and here's the other thing where this is where I think they're again crawling up their own butts because they say, "Do you realize how rare a show like this is?" It's just like, okay, we get it. You're talking about Star Trek. See, Celia looks amazing there.
Yeah, I like her hair.
Yeah.
There we go. Look, I think that's a turkey maybe or a ham.
Yeah, maybe
So
they're having Thanksgiving. I don't know. Space Dad is cooking everybody space dinner
I love it.
for Space Thanksgiving.
It looks like there's other things, maybe rolls, potatoes, I'm not sure. But whatever holiday it is, that adds another holiday to my calendar. So
You are you're going to have holiday anxiety. What is it we're looking at here? Is that
It looks like some kind of spacecraft.
Like
now,
some kind
is
of
this
ship?
Yeah, is this you think I'm trying to remember the Gorn, do the Gorn ships look like this? Or is it
Maybe,
something
I don't
totally
know.
different?
I think
Because they
it's
still have to resolve the 3-year cliffhanger, whatever the heck this is.
I think it's safe to say that it's a spaceship on the Star Trek.
Okay.
Indeed.
Klingon with a whip.
Yeah, what do you
Like a
think of the zombie
Ferengi.
Klingon?
Is he a zombie? He's just screaming.
I don't know.
He's doing his growl roar. Somebody must have died. Yeah, no, he's just a
trying
little
to get
wounded.
the right frame.
Yeah, it's tough to see. It's you're never gonna freeze frame it correctly.
Yeah, but it's not. Luckily, it's not the disco Klingons, but it's not the ones we're used to either from the next gen era.
Yeah, they might do a mix of them because we
Yeah.
do have divergence. So they did set it up.
There we go.
Is Bing running? That looks like they're part of the Gorny Gorn stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
we
it's
get a
Gorny
Gorn
stuff.
there.
Gorny Gorn. All right. Those are the Gorn ships. The three.
We make a pretty good team.
Kirk
So
and
this is-
Scotty. What I love is that it seems like Paul Wesley has been featured much more in this than Anson Mount.
Well, this is my hope and dream. I might have talked about this before. I don't know if it was like in our late night pillow talk sessions or if it was on the show. But I'm hoping that, yes, I love Anson Mount and I love Pike, but eventually his story has to become his story where he's a blinking light, yes or no. So then, Kirk takes over the Enterprise. And I hope the series keeps going and they just add, and we finally have our crew. And it's like when they did, what it was, New Voyages or Phase 1 or whatever, but like with a Paramount production budget.
Yeah, but I mean, you'd have to then have Gary Mitchell and somehow bring back the velour shirts that we see tonight. And that's something we can talk about. Anyway,
Something we can talk about.
Yeah.
Overall, what do you think? Are you excited for Stranger Worlds?
Of course. I mean, I genuinely enjoy Strange New Worlds, so I'm looking forward to it. Even though I'm kind of throwing a little bit of shade tonight, there are just certain things that, out of context, can bump me a bit. But
Right. That's
when you see it in context, it'll probably be just fine.
I was a little disappointed, but now I'm excited, just because I wanted black and white. But that's fine. I can turn.
I was going to say, you can always just desaturate it on your
but
screen.
Now that you mentioned the 70s, I'm like, oh yeah, it is the 70s.
It looked very 60s, 70s to me. So
Yeah. So